nga aga aton nga tanan. So nandito po tayo para pag-usapan ang valuing and investing in unpaid care and domestic work.
The Philippines has a vested interest in making sure these kinds of work are recognized and valued. That's why we are gathered here today in Ormoc. We are providing a platform to identify, discuss, and put forward solutions to issues on the value of unpaid care and domestic work and the disproportionate burden it places on women.
So we very much hope that all your insights and discussions today find its way to the National Care Policy Framework, an important step for giving care work, unpaid care, and domestic work the importance it very, very much deserves.
Together, we can be the region that sets an example and leads the way, showing the world the true value of care and domestic work. Sama-sama natin isulong ang pagpapahalaga sa mga kababaihan at sa kanilang ambag sa lipunan. #Mutabangko. Thank you.
I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
We're looking forward to the adoption of the WeCare Code. We are hoping this can be one way forward as an example to set for other NGOs. And we are also seeing the ways in which we can continue to work on the climate change and care nexus in the Philippines. And then finally, the bullet I put there on the national framework was these, the yellow policy categories, and seeing if we can start something like that, which will serve as a sort of foundation for the final.
During pandemic, mutaas ang atong requirements for doing unpaid care and domestic work. Kinsa may kasagaran nga i-assign to do unpaid care and domestic work, di ba mga kababaihan? And of course, ganiha, we found out based on the data presented by Shane that more women they allotted more time to do unpaid care and domestic work than men.
I will be discussing some background or rationale of the study, followed by the methodology used. Then I'll be presenting some preliminary results and some initial findings. And sana magkaroon din tayo ng additional questions on the frequency episodes kasi wala yan sa questionnaire natin. And of course, is explore the possibility of valuing the unpaid domestic and care work to estimate its contribution to the economy as satellite accounts.
Why we need to address unpaid care and domestic work? Because this is fundamental to human development and gender equality. A public and development issue, it's not a private issue. Unrecognized heavy and unequal workload for women and girls. We have a global and regional commitment sa atong SDG 5.4, which is gender equality. Its indicator, which is 5.4.1, is an indicator under SDG on unpaid care. And lastly, women and girls have more choices and benefits more from political, economic, and social participation.
Sa atong paniudto, dili naman maapas og 10 minutes, isalida na lang ang mga livelihood sa nga gihatag sa city sa atong mga women because being a local learning hub, part diha ang women economic empowerment in Baybay City. So thank you very much.
Jurisdiction, kailangan makinig sa kanila, suportahan ang mga women's organization because they are the ones who are in the ground, they know their situation, and they know their needs. Kaya dapat magkaroon ng tulong-tulong ang LGU, ang government, and civil society organizations to address unpaid care work.
is very worthwhile. Let's integrate in our framework, in our planning framework, the placemaking approach. Let's put meaning to every investment we put, and we use our spaces wisely in the sense that people will spend their time and spend their resources in our place.
On mainstreaming care work to combat the effects of climate change, the just transition agenda will not be possible if the importance of care work is not recognized and unless initiatives are developed for it to be distributed fairly and channels for participation and leadership are open for caregivers.
This region has a disproportionate amount of natural disasters. In fact, 6 out of 10 of all natural disasters worldwide happened in this region if you analyze events of the last 20 years. And we also know that temperatures are rising in this region twice as fast as everywhere else. So we already have a high concentration of disasters in a disaster-prone area that is continuing to accelerate, and therefore our urgent action and collaboration together is all the more needed.
Climate interventions need to be care sensitive. Care work needs to be a priority consideration in national and, more importantly, at the local adaptation and mitigation plans and programs. Well, localized working systems must be established. No? That's very important. We have empowered women, empowered men, but if you don't have the systems, then it will be hardly realizable. And this should be coupled with support facilities and services. This will tend to ease the load and promote the distribution of care work in times of disasters.
But one thing we have to really remember is we keep also having this mindset that women need help. But women don't need help. We need the help of women to solve the entire world's problems. So we need women. Women will help us achieve our goals for the Sustainable Development Goals.
Social protection. In the Philippines, we have what we call shock responsive social protection, anticipatory action. And I think we also need to include care, as one of the criteria in terms of identifying, for example, recipients or beneficiary of SRSP, anticipatory action, endeavors, which is mostly cash-based. Women don't need help. We need women's help.
Yung ordinance na ginawa ng LGU, inadapt po ng mga at least 15 barangay sa amin. And I'm glad to say na hindi lang nila inadapt, naglagay din sila ng budget. Para sa akin yung ordinance is a tool na magagamit natin to uplift or to improve the lives, lalo na yung mga nasa vulnerable sector. So yun lang po, thank you.
Strengthening community preparedness, rapid response, and recovery in the Philippines. This project has already been running in the municipality of Salcedo, and this has been scaled up to other municipalities. I call this, the first implementation was SHARP, then the second year was SHARPER, the third year was SHARPEST, and the fourth year is SHARPENER.
It is good that we have policymakers here who are championing the cause of unpaid care work. It is of course interesting to think about then in the future, ano ba yung structure ng representation na ini-envision natin.
Hindi po natin kailangan ng tulong ng mga kalalakihan. Pero, however,
I hope na hindi po natin nire-romanticize yung multiple roles ng women nowadays. We don't need help. What we need is, we just need you to do what is basic in any healthy relationship, which is respect, love, cooperation, and equality.
wanted to give this kind of pep talk to really convince you that the work you do and the ideas you bring into these recommendations today are so important for the families and communities here and for women and girls everywhere.
Group 1. So here are our additions or additional recommendations to the evidence base and data building on care work. Capacity building of daycare workers, nakikita rin natin yon. And also, we want to support the passage of the Magna Carta for Child Development Workers.
At syempre ay nakakuha tayo ng mga rekomendasyon galing sa kanila tungkol sa usaping climate and care next. Ito ang aming nakalap na mga rekomendasyon. Magkakaroon tayo ng recognition and value ng mga contribution ng mga kababaihan sa climate change, adaptation, and mitigation. Kasama na rin dyan ang disaster risk reduction and recovery efforts.
Apat na categories ng awareness raising, yung programs and projects, pati yung sa policies, infrastructure. So,
sabi natin, ang mga prinsipyo natin, build back better. Gusto kong malaman sa inyo, did we build back better? Have we built back better? So let us not defeat ourselves with the pessimism of our analysis, of our assessments of realities, but inspire ourselves with the hope of our more optimist actions coming along.